Hey guys and gals, A here. Welcome to another episode of EDCQ. So I have a review for you today, and it is on the Workhos TD07. Now this flashlight is meant to be used for outdoorsy tactical purposes. It comes with the finger loop on it, so you can hold it with the loop around your pointer finger, thumb on the tail switch, and you are ready to use it in that manner. And I have reviewed this light. When I got it, I was like, excellent, awesome bag light. It maxes out at 13 lumens, so you have a nice high output, as well as you're getting a nice thrower, 79 meters. So I was like, this will be great for a bag light. You know, my pocket light is going to be something small, something that is lower in lumens, as well as meant more for up close. This light, you know, would work well as a bag light because it would not replicate what I have. It would be more powerful, more of a thrower, more of a long distance looking light. So very nice to complement my on-person light. When I got the light, that's how I initially used it. And obviously in testing it, it found its way into my pocket, just for on-use purposes, being able to use it, having it on the ready. And I realized I like it in pocket. Like I wear, you know, female pants and shorts, and we are known to not have decent pockets. And this light still works in them. Like I have it in my pocket right now, in my right hand front pocket. I leave it kind of pushed to the back of the pocket with the loop there, and I can just kind of grab the loop and remove it, and it's awesome. So this is the light. The dimensions, I'll have a link to their flashlight. You can definitely check out dimensions and specs and all of that stuff, but it's not crazy big. It is larger than most things I carry by far, both in diameter and in length, but I don't know, it works in pocket. And I do find myself saying that, like when I carry a larger flashlight, it doesn't bother me on person like I think it will. However, I do continually default back to smaller flashlights on person. But this will be an excellent bag light, pocket light if you want it or need it, or if I'm camping, if we're going out, you know, for a night walk, this is going to be in my pocket because it's much more useful. So I love that. As well as rechargeable, that's a must-have. We have a little cover here on the top, and we have the USB-C we have USB-C charging port. We have a cover to keep water out. So that's kind of, if it doesn't recharge nowadays, then I enjoy non-rechargeable flashlights, but those are for certain purposes. You know, if it's on person, I have a spare battery in my bag. If it's in the bag, I have a spare battery. And those are great because if your light goes out, you don't have to recharge it. But let's be honest, most of us prefer to use the rechargeable flashlights nowadays. They work better, they're easy, we're not wasting money on batteries, we're just recharging flashlights. And most of us also have more than one flashlight, so if one dies on us, we can recharge it and incorporate a new one into our rotation while that one's charging. So easy peasy there. And let's see how this works in hand. So it is on my finger. I get my full hand gripped around it, and then my thumb is right here ready to actuate the button. You can also slide it with your middle finger. That works really well too. Both work. I just kind of find myself defaulting to my pointer finger. I do have smaller hands, so if you do have larger hands, you might find that to get all of your fingers on here, you need to have your pointer finger behind the loop. Your mileage, you know, may vary. Carry it how you want, use it how you like. There's no big deal there. Here's the other part I really like about this tail switch. We have no side buttons. We have nothing else to press or do. It is a tail switch flashlight, which I love. And then we have our indicator here on what mode we are in. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see those clearly. This middle one that I'm in right now is lockout. You do not have to memorize some sort of tap 5 times. Okay, now I'm in lockout. And then you go to use your flashlight and you're like, why can I not double tap, triple tap? How do I get out of lockout mode? Oh yeah, tap 5 times. You don't have to remember that. You look at it. I'm in the locked position. I'm in lockout. While you are in lockout, you can press and hold the tail switch and it'll actuate moonlight mode. If we turn this over to here, we are in our tactical outdoor mode, and it has a sights symbol. In here, you get like half press sends you into turbo, fully holding it down sends you into turbo strobe. Neither one of them click on, so they are both momentaries. As soon as you release your finger, you are out of that mode, but it's half press turbo, full press turbo strobe. Really cool, really nice. I like those features a lot. And then if we turn it to the other direction, which kind of has your light symbol there, we turn it that way, and then we are in your standard use mode where you're going to have moonlight, low, medium, and high. So your standard functions, I normally leave this thing in lockout, and then when I want to use it, I rotate it in. But great flashlight, fits really well, holds nicely. Love it, love it. So let me get the light off and let's see how this thing works in the dark. And I will have a link below. Use it, save yourself 10%. I'll have a link below. I'll have a code that you can use as well. Type in the code, save 10%. If Workhost is having sales or discounts, this will stack. So you can save 10% on top of that. I don't get a kickback. This is a code for you. I get nothing from this, but I get to talk about a cool flashlight and you get to save 10% on, I know this flashlight, perhaps anything at Workhost, you can try it and see what happens. But I know it'll save you 10% on this and it will stack. Like I said, maybe it works on all of their stuff, so give it a shot, save some money. All right, so let's go ahead and go into turbo mode here. I have clicked it to the tactical side, and a half press will get me into turbo, and then holding it down further, the full press would get me into strobe. I'm not doing strobe, but that is what your turbo is going to get you. I'm shining it across the room and you can see it's backlighting all of this. Now, if I turn the light to the everyday mode, you half click and you go into your last use setting. And then as you click through, you will rotate through low, medium, high, low, medium, high. So let's see where we're at here. All right, so this is high. We are now down to low. We are at medium. We are at high. To get out of this mode, you will just click. So all of those I was doing with like half pushes, and you feel it as you're using the flashlight. Like you can feel when you have half clicked it, it kind of depresses, and then you can, also feel it when you fully press it. You're kind of going down past that first click. Now in off, in regular mode, if you hold down the light, you will enter into moonlight. From there, if I do the half presses, I will go into the low, medium, high rotation, which we got that, we got medium, and we got high. So super easy to use. The user interface is what I really fell in love with this flashlight. Some flashlights, you have to be in certain modes to do certain things. You have to do these clicks and weird clicks. Here, basically a full click is to turn the light off. Everything else is just done with pushing the light. Some of the stuff stays on, like your low, medium, high. Some of the stuff is momentary, like turbo, but everything is done with half pushes. If you want to get out of whatever mode you're in, you click, you fully click and you're out. So I do love that. Let's get this back in so you can see me a little bit as I'm closing out. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Again, links below. Save yourself 10% at Workhost. Get a new flashlight. Let me know what you think of this. I bet this is a model unlike something you have already. If you do have it, comment below with what you think of it. But I will be back with new content soon, and remember, EDC, EDC.